Oh,
Yeah.
there's a
It's Michael
Where's
C.
that?
Hall's birthday.
Yeah. Do you see who else is gonna be?
Where's the topic list?
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go like pick your brain. I'm going. I'm not
Okay.
saying
Okay. All right.
you
Fine,
did
fine,
last
fine.
time.
Okay.
Going
Let's do it. All right. We're gonna
on.
clap. Let's all clap. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
That was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
All right, you TLEV fans, let me hear you howl.
What are we waiting for?
You're tuned in to the TLEV show on Classical FM, a scholarly news debate with your colleagues.
Oh, come on, man. It's the fun stuff, the nerd news. So grab a popcorn and a soda, crank your stereo to the max, and get ready to enjoy the most tubular show on the radio.
Welcome to the TLEV show, where a group of us and nerdy friends debate and discuss the latest in pop culture news. I'm Thomas, and joining me for today is Mr. E and El Caliente, the daddy, the zaddy, Josue Mendez. And we also have the try not to get scared champion, Anthony Zaragoza. All right, gentlemen,
Ninja
how we all doing?
Turtles.
We're doing
Doing
good.
all right. Another week. Still alive. Happy to be here.
Exactly. Alive. Ahaha.
Ahaha. Well, I mean, we have a lot to talk about. We also
yeah.
have a little bit of not living. We have some zombified living to be talking about a little bit today, but let's do some housekeeping. Two big things. First one is that the TLEV show, we're going to start posting it on Monday. And the first Monday, which is the one you're watching this, in 6 days, just count 6 nights. TLEV show is going to be live. Woo!
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right.
Nani?
We're making it live.
It's the Eric Andre show.
We found a fun way to make it a little more interactive for all of you. We really always want to build something that invites you, our audience, our viewers, to be part of the show. So we're gonna make it live. We're gonna have the comments on the side, and you're gonna join.
Yeah,
the
now
discussion.
now you can yell at us IRL. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it'll be
There we
great.
go. Other than that, any housekeeping, gentlemen?
I still haven't cleaned the bathroom, but other than that,
Yeah,
okay.
the studio is pretty messy, so I haven't gone to that.
My
part yet.
laundry is not folded, so
Yeah,
So-
no, yeah, y'all have like some really dirty backgrounds. I'll say that. That's for sure.
We all been.
what do you
busy.
mean? That's my
we just
That's
gave
my
away. Okay, hold
kitchen.
on. I just gave away an Xbox Series X in here yesterday, so that's why.
Oh,
it's
did
alive.
you
Wow.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He
look
gave
at
one away,
you.
so that's why his room's a total mess because he gave it away.
I had prizes everywhere. I had another dude here that was on this side streaming, and a mess.
There you go.
I didn't give away an Xbox Series X yesterday. So-
Neither did I. Wow.
I didn't either. I gave away my soul for this channel by filming another video. So
Oh yeah. That's
I
true.
need to
how
watch
did
it
that
this
go?
morning.
How'd
How
that
did
go?
it go?
Seeing City Walk.
Yeah, that is how
it
it
was so packed.
Yeah.
So
It looks so packed.
if you're planning on going, and I would say this is for all of like the downtown areas, go on the weekdays. Go on a
Yeah.
weekday. It's not worth it. I mean, maybe it's because it was the first day back, but whoa, the lines. Bubba Gump was on the side of Bubba Gump and then also by its Ooger. The line was kind of going like that.
Well, you got to think about all the shrimp that they have that's just been sitting in the freezer. They're having a 2-for-1 shrimp deal.
No,
going
but I
on.
mean like the line waiting to reserve. Imagine the reservation. It probably was another like 3-hour wait to eat. So it was bonkers. But Voodoo Donuts went quick. And that was
Is still free parking.
yes, sir.
Nice.
All right.
Disney, learn.
Oh, that's true.
Wait, Disney, it's no longer free parking?
It's
Yeah, when they opened up
$10.
California Adventure, they're like, "Hey, by the way, also there's $10 parking."
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so out of the loop. Oh my gosh.
You're the Disney guy.
That's not okay.
You're the Disney guy. Come on.
I'm the
Hey,
Disney guy, but you
yeah.
know what? We already know that I'm a little like upset with Disney, but I'm not. I'm
Kinda
not thinking about
behind.
it.
You're upset with Disney? Why?
Well, annual pass.
You can't be upset with them after
I'm
they
upset with
released
them.
such
I'm-
an incredible
I'm
show.
I'm upset with them about
annual
annual.
You know what? I'm upset with that too because you know how now they have the legacy pass holders?
No, tell me about the legacy.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
All right, so
I don't
legacy
either.
pass holders is anybody is anybody who held a annual pass
Mhm.
during or that continued after they closed Disneyland. So if you had an annual pass that continued on after they close in March, you are now considered an annual pass, and you get. It's not like an actual like thing, but like if you show your pass on certain days of the week, you get 30% off their merchandise at like the Disney store and stuff like that.
Okay.
The thing is though, I had like 2 months left till my thing shut down.
Mhm.
Right.
And I called the day that they were, because remember they were doing the whole thing where it's like call
We did that
to
podcast. I remember. Yeah.
yeah. So I called them, right? And I'm just like, I call them on the day that it ends, and I'm just like, hey, can I pause my stuff? And he's like, yeah, sure, but you have to call this number tomorrow because they're not open today. And I was like, but it ends today. And they're like, yeah, but just call tomorrow. And I was like, okay, whatever. I call the next day, and they're like, yeah, we'll take care of you. Don't even worry about it, Chief. As far as I know, my pass has been canceled, and I never got an email that says that I'm a legacy member, even though I
don't
have
think I
2
did either.
months.
Oh, did I get one? Let me see.
Check, because that means they just like destroyed your account, and it was just whatever. Because my dad was a pass
Great.
holder, and he got
Uh-huh.
an email saying that it was a legacy holder, and I'm just like,
Oh,
"Alright,
wow.
whatever."
The fact that I didn't get that
I don't
email, a
know
little
how
more
I
reason
would
why
look
I'm.
that
Yeah. How you look that up? Just go on your email and then
Yeah,
look
they
up
would have sent you an
Disneyland.
email.
Important message for annual pass holders. Blah 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 blah
Yeah, that was the last
blah.
one I got.
Oh, we're celebrating our legacy pass holders. Welcome, legacy pass holder.
Tim's a legacy pass holder.
I'm a legacy pass holder,
Mm,
and Miss E
Mm.
too. So the
Mm.
E couple's got it right.
the E couple. Mm.
So what does this-
Harmony.
Does that mean if I go during the week, I can get like a 30% off?
Yeah, pretty much. You get 30% off any stuff at the Disney
For
store
how long?
till they open Disneyland again, and then they start charging you full price.
Nice.
You know how it be.
Yeah,
It-
no, I don't know where it says anything about.
It's
Here,
a
look.
it's an email.
Doesn't matter. We're literally
It
doing a show
exists.
right now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, nobody cares. If you got it, you got it.
If you got it, you got it. All right. Let's do our first topic, which is, of course, celebrity birthdays. We
Oh,
have
yes.
a lot. We have a lot of celebrities.
Really?
To, yeah.
Today?
This week?
On this
No,
day?
this week.
Oh, this week.
This week. That's what I want to do. I want to do the week, not just the day we're
Okay.
recording this. So
right.
this week, I want to do a little belated birthday, first of all.
Whose
Yesterday
birthday
was
do we miss?
Christian Bale.
Ah,
It
Batman.
was, it
Boom.
was hit.
I
yeah.
just
Oh.
watched the Batman Begins yesterday too. That was interesting.
That actor has lost so much weight and gained
Mhm.
so much weight in his entire career. It's
Christian
insane.
Bale.
Yeah.
He actually almost got sick doing that one movie where he lost like a
Vice?
ton of
Oh
weight.
yeah, the
Oh,
one.
no,
where
he
he's
yeah.
like-
lost the
He
weight.
almost died. I'm sorry.
The
and then Joaquin
Mechanic,
Phoenix was like,
something
"I
that?
can do you one better," and only eats an apple a day.
Okay, but
That's
that was
exactly
for
what Bale
one
did.
movie. That was one movie. Christian Bale's been doing it all the
Christian,
time.
Yeah, I know.
Christian Bale lives his life like this. He's just
Exactly.
like, I'm
Well,
gonna drink
yeah.
a drop of water a day and see what happens.
But he
'Cause he's
doesn't
the
do
Batman.
it anymore. He says he doesn't do it anymore because he's too old to do it. So now
Ah.
acting is boring. That's fun to hear, right?
Acting is boring because I don't die every day.
But hey,
Exactly.
we're gonna see him in Thor: Love and Thunder as the villain. So that's gonna be fun.
I was hoping he
He's
was
just gonna be
Gatorade
playing
Bale.
Batman. I hope you know.
I
that.
hope he's fat, like huge, like a.
I think he's gonna be
Big.
CGI, bro.
this is gonna be the crossover between DC and Marvel.
Big Nordic.
Yeah, that he's gonna be Batman, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan who's working with Taika Waititi.
She's gonna be like,
that'd
"Where am I?" And then
All right,
Thor's
so
gonna be
we're
like,
doing-
"Holy shit!"
If we're doing something for every single one of these people, we're going to be here forever.
Okay,
so,
okay.
so today, January 31st, Kerry Washington and Justin Timberlake. Then tomorrow, February 1st.
Wait. I have an idea. Just call it Facebook.
Who's
Thank you.
Kerry
Drop-
Washington?
Drop the.
Drop the.
She was.
She was
did
in. She was in.
Antebellum.
You'll know her best in Fantastic Four. She was Ben Grimm's
Yeah.
blind girlfriend.
Yes, there you go.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Michael C. Hall, he was Dexter. Then February 2nd is Shakira. You know,
Waka
Shakira,
waka.
Shakira.
still
You can
alive.
talk like that.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Not only is he the Try Not to Get Scared Challenge champion, he's also
He's a
gonna be the
contestant for
voice
American
champion.
Idol.
Oh, there we go.
He's also the #1 Shakira impersonator.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that.
And oh god, we're gonna be forever. All right, February 3rd, Rebel Wilson, Warwick Davis, Isla Fisher, Nathan Lane.
Who's Isla
Cool.
Fisher?
It's Isla, isn't it?
Isla? Is it
Fisher?
Isla?
Or Isla Fisher.
Isla. She's like Iceland, but Isla. All right. Well, I'm sorry.
Did I see John Krajewski kiss Pete Davidson? That was awesome.
Where did that come from?
February 4th,
SNL,
Alice
brother.
Cooper, Rob Corddry, George Romero, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
February 5th, Michael Sheen, and then
R.I.P.
wrapping up this week, February 6th, Dane DeHaan.
Michael Sheen's still alive.
Yes. No, R.I.P. to everybody. All right, let's do one clap
R.I.P.
all
to Michael
together.
Sheen.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, wait. Oh, damn it. Wait.
What?
Happy birthday.
There we go. Well done. Well done. That was.
Happy birthday.
Was it worth it? Was it worth the bit?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
That was good.
All right, that little show that came out, you know, 2
Seriously?
days ago.
Are you not gonna
Episode
talk
4.
about Justice League?
It's did you
That's
read
later. That's afterwards.
There's a-
Somebody didn't read the
there's a
breakdown.
You're gonna
thing to
do the
follow.
entire. Okay, all right, I'm ready.
thing to follow?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
There's a
Wait,
list
he
for
was the
a
same guy that's like,
reason.
I'll just let you do it, and then I'll just,
Exactly. Yes, off screen, Mr. E said that, you know what, I'm going in blind. I'll let
I
you
am. I'm ready.
go off the list. But,
I'm
okay.
as blind as a
You didn't send me the list.
Yeah, yes,
Okay,
I did.
well-
I shared it with you. Yes, the list. It's literally Google Docs. You can literally. Oh, God,
We're
okay.
literally all here, Tim.
We're on the
It
air. We're on
says
the air right now,
TLEV YouTube view count. That's it.
so
That's
the
all I
other
have.
one.
So.
That's the. You
Let's
have
go.
this one.
Fun
Boy,
fact:
you have this
somebody
one.
wrote Voodoo Chili instead of Voodoo Child.
Yeah, it's Voodoo Child, not Chili.
It's Voodoo Child.
Yeah,
It's pronounced Child though.
you
But
put chili.
Child.
You put
It's
Voodoo
spelled
Chili.
like that.
Chili.
It's spelled like
Voodoo
that.
Chili.
Voodoo
Look.
Chili.
Boy, I do my research. All right.
Voodoo Chili.
Overall thoughts. Let's start with El Caliente. What do you think of episode 4 of WandaVision?
Amazing. It was beautiful. It was weird. It was it was so good because it's like the plot didn't really advance at all, you know?
No.
Because up to this point we still know everything the same thing that we do from the last episode.
Yeah.
But now we have the other side of the coin. I thought that was phenomenal. 10 out of 10 IGN.
Mr. E, what did you think?
About the show overall, episode
Just
4.
the episode.
I meant episode 4. No, I literally okay, whatever. Episode 4. It was good, but I'm gonna be honest.
I'm
Not
about
my
to throw
favorite.
hands.
Not
I'm
my favorite.
about to throw
Not my
hands.
favorite.
Wow, not
Why
his
do you
favorite.
hate
and
everything
Hulk,
that I
his
enjoy,
reaction
Tim?
and Avengers Endgame?
Not
was
my
the picture of
favorite
Hulk.
He said episode
because-
4 sucks. He said
Before you even said
I didn't say it
you
sucks. I said not my
See,
favorite.
she-
I
she-
didn't
All
say
right,
it
I'll see you guys
sucked.
next week for the TLV podcast.
And this is
I
from
didn't
the
say it
TLEV
sucked.
Media
I said it
podcast.
wasn't my favorite.
Tim
That's it.
quoted episode 4 sucks donkey doo doo.
It's on
I
camera.
said it wasn't my
recorded.
favorite. Calm down.
This is hey, we literally debate on this show, so
And the reason, I mean, do I get in why
Hear
it
him
wasn't
out.
my favorite?
sure.
It wasn't my favorite because nothing was answered. Because you're still going, but is it really her who's behind all of it? Are you kidding me?
Are you
Fuck,
kidding
what's the
me?
point then? But is she really behind it? Huh?
Nothing was answered.
That was me. Honestly, he's mimicking me.
Because think
and
about
that's
it, it's
gonna be
like,
me in like 20
He's
minutes.
behind it all. And then you're like, I don't think so still.
I'm not
So
gonna say
you're stuck with the same
So sorry, I think me
question.
and you are on the same page.
I'm not gonna say check the Twitter, Tim, but check the Twitter.
I gotta
Check
check
the-
Twitter now. Which Twitter are your personal? one?
TLEV's Twitter.
What did he just do?
So Mr. East said episode 4 is donkey doo-doo.
I'm gonna like that and retweet it.
That's
Missy,
fine. They could.
Missy, what'd you think of episode 4? You're done, mystery. Missy, what'd you think of episode 4?
Okay. Evan Peters wasn't in this episode, so it
Not
was
yet.
kind of disappointing.
That's
Um,
true.
I sorta agree with him, but I don't think it sucked. I
Am I have
just
to make
think-
another tweet? Do I have to make another
I
tweet?
didn't say it sucks, fools. I didn't say it sucked.
Double
She's
quote:
not done.
Mr. and Mrs. E thought episode 4 of WandaVision
No, no, no.
sucked.
I understand what he's saying that we still don't know, but we do know that the people that are in the dome are not part of Wanda's head. If she,
Yes.
if
Wait,
she,
wait. Hold on. You're getting into the episode. We're
Like
saying
a
our
lot of
first
vomit?
impression.
I'm just
Let her
saying.
say her thoughts. Let her say her damn thoughts.
I'm saying that I understand what you mean, but I don't agree all the way because we did get some things answered.
All right.
Y'all went
Okay.
from me saying it wasn't my favorite to it's the absolute worst episode. And she's on board with that too now. I did not even say the word sucked until a
It's out on Twitter, so
few minutes
All right.
ago.
it must be
Anthony.
real.
Anthony, what'd you think?
Yeah, from the person who's
first-
on the podcast.
First things first, gotta say, like a lot of vomit. That's
Like a lot
first
of
thing.
vomit?
Also, he knows. He knows. I've been sending it to him since that episode debuted. Oh no, I loved it. We'll get into it later, but I mean, from the endgame references to everything, it was just awesome. I really like to see more Sword, which was really cool. And I feel, at least this is what I got. I got a better understanding of what's going on in this damn reality.
So you would say it doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck. You can quote
Okay.
that too.
I don't have to write a tweet then. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't suck. But no.
Do you want
I-
to say?
Is our Twitter page a drama page now? Is that
Drama
what
page.
this is?
Yes.
I already liked and retweeted that too. So.
Come. Here. Hold
Anyway.
on. Oh, I have to.
But
Yes,
it was just a solid episode. I think it was a good kind of sum up of the first three, and with knowing how Marvel runs and everything, I think that it was just a good kind of leave you in the mystery still, that there's still more stuff to solve. I mean, we got 5 episodes left. They're not going to just give you all the things in the
That's
first 4.
insane.
It's like
That's insane.
we got 5, including potentially a secret one that I've was hearing. So
That's later. That's later. We're not talking
But
about that right now.
we'll
That's
talk
later.
about that later.
All right.
I have my
Joe
AirPod on.
and Miles,
One
let's
second.
hear.
Okay. Episode 4. Tim, you're wrong. It was a really great episode. I'm a big fan of like backstories, flashbacks kind of thing, and I love that this one really explained what was going on in the first 3 episodes.
Post what you hold on to her and you never let go.
That's the face of somebody who. You see that head shake?
Oh my God.
Because he's like Tim. How could you say I'm so
How dare you,
You-
Tim? That was a
how-
great one. And that vision scene, my God.
How is a 2-month-old already have an old man face? That's what I want to like
Benjamin Button, bro.
How much did he have an old man face?
That was like
He
the
does have an
old
old
man
man face. I can see
disappointed
it.
with, like he was just so disappointed.
No,
in
he's changed it
mystery
now. He
like
said,
that.
"No, what?"
He's like,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at my baby face.
Yeah, there you
Baby,
go.
baby.
That's second. That's exactly what he did.
That's an old man face.
All right. Well,
Wait,
my
watch your hands,
thoughts.
Miles. Watch your hand, babe.
Poor Miles. All right. My thoughts on this particular episode was that I liked. I'm there with you, Mystery. That yes, did it answer?
There we go. Thomas says it sucks too. There we go. It's confirmed. If y'all
Throw it
gonna
up.
do that to me,
Throw it up so I can like and retweet.
it's been confirmed.
Oh my gosh, y'all are too much. No, I liked the end game. I liked seeing more of Wanda's perspective. I liked really with Sword and oh my gosh, we'll talk about that scene, the beginning scene, the first scene of this episode, I think is some of the best that the show has ever had. But I'm still in that camp of like, is it? Is it though? Is it really all Wanda?
Anthony,
Is
can I
it?
get a retweet?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Oh God.
Getting on that Twitter right now.
All right. So who wants to start the
This is
breakdown?
what gakekeeping feels like. I feel like
This is yeah, y'all are like the toxic side of Marvel. That's what this is. I don't even. I'm not
we
even
the
going on
ones we
social
were we
media.
the ones that were there since even the horrible films, and we
Yeah,
still
man.
sat through them.
Yeah,
I was
I
there
know.
for-
I haven't
literally
watched Ant-Man
gatekeeping.
2, so I had to
I was
look up
there
the
for
whole
Electric
That's a
Nachos.
horrible film.
All right. Sounds like zesty Mexican food.
It's a lot of vomit, is what it is.
Like a lot of vomit.
Like a lot of vomit. We just put that on the screen. I'll send you the GIF.
Yeah, no. All right, who wants to do the breakdown
I
first?
I couldn't see him except for thinking the interview.
That was Jim. Jim Helper
Yes,
was
I
in this
thought that
episode.
too.
No, the interview. I was
He's
like,
Kim
I was just
Jong-un.
thinking, Dave, are margaritas a girl's drink?
Hey, Skylar.
Kim, did someone tell you they're a girl's drink?
Yes,
No,
Dave
they're
Skylar.
not. Yes, exactly. All righty.
It was literally the movie that almost started a world
World War
war.
III.
Yes.
I feel like that though.
Fantastic
You know what I'm
movie.
saying?
All
You know
right.
what the second movie that started World War III? Almost started World War III?
World War Z.
Fant Four Stick.
Yeah, I did actually. I agree with that.
I don't remember Fan Four Stick almost starting World War III.
Well, because it was just bad.
Oh, it was horrible.
It was a
absolutely
joke,
horrible.
Thomas. Is a
So
joke.
can I
Start the breakdown.
Okay.
Start the breakdown.
So we obviously we pick up recap first because there's always a recap in all these. So if you missed last week, there you go.
Previously on
Um,
WandaVision.
So we pick up in a hospital. Everyone getting blipped is what they're calling it now. Since Spider-Man blipped back into reality.
So cool.
And that was
So
really
cool.
cool to see.
Yeah.
So
I
cool.
definitely, honestly, one of my probably my favorite intro to any like Marvel related thing. I don't know. It's just because obviously
I literally said that. Wow.
Far From Home.
Took it very happy. It was like kind
Exactly.
of a
Yeah,
simple move on.
they made it
This
really
was more
happy,
like right in the moment it happened.
Mm-hmm.
which
No, I know
totally
what you-
contradicts
yeah.
what the Russos said. They were like, "Oh, it was a happy transition back."
No, it wasn't.
But it also, now that you bring that up, it's two different types of blips though, because in the Spider-Man Far From Home, it literally looks like they're just bloop. Here they're like rebuilding. They're coming back from the dust. But
No,
in
in Far From Home, it looks like that, but it's faster, I think. So it does. I'll agree with you. It does look like they
It was
just
like
kind
a
of
slow mo shot, right?
yeah.
Yeah, they
but
just
like
pop, yeah.
for Monica's, it was all like
Yeah,
it took its
exactly.
sweet ass time.
But no,
It was like a
even
slow mo
the-
shot, like she was waking up for a dream.
Yeah.
And each
but it
thing was
like all
coming
of
in.
them. I don't know. Okay, fine.
It
Maybe
was
just
the
her
reverse of
talking.
what happened to Thanos because that was
Yes.
slow also.
Does this
Yeah.
confirm that people like fell out of the sky? Like, what if you got blipped in an airplane and you came back?
Ooh, that's
Or
not.
how about
I don't like to
What
think
if-
about that in MCU.
what if
but-
you blipped when some in a hospital
what if-
bed where someone else was in a hospital bed? Do you like reform on
Well,
them?
and that's the thing. Well, that was the thing with the start of this episode is she blipped back with what we find out that her mom was actually in the hospital.
Yeah.
And when she got up, there was no one in that bed. But back to like the real quick, the whole situation of everyone coming back and just kind of freaking out. Like with Far From Home, we kind of had like that's a lot of what I've been reading on the internet from everyone talking. Like Far From Home was kind of like a more happy, we're gonna continue with life kind of thing, but we're still trying to cope with this. This was like literally the snap happened, everyone came back and was freaking out. Like the hospital, the people that worked there were like, what the heck is going on? Like, where are all these people coming from? We're like completely overbooked now. And
Yeah, but I
it-
want to add on to
Isn't
that,
that
Zaragoza,
scary?
because
That is
Yeah.
if you remember
horrifying.
on the radio that she's listening to, they're talking about how this is a wonderful thing that everyone is back. They're so happy.
oh no, it ends up becoming a wonderful thing. But I'm talking about in the beginning, like
In the
everyone's just
moment?
everyone's just confused
Yeah.
as to what happened because you got to imagine that's a 5-year gap,
Yeah.
and you know
And they haven't aged.
you disappear in one area and something happens, and then you come back 5 years later.
People
you're-
falling out of the sky.
Yeah, people falling out of the sky. There you go. But I mean, that one doctor who passes by are like, I gotta call my wife. Like people who have families and stuff who haven't seen them in 5 years, like that's just nuts. You know? What
Well,
I
yeah,
mean?
because even the other doctor was like, where have you been? Like,
Where
you've
did
been
you
gone
go?
for the- yeah, where'd you
for
go?
her, and that was a cool thing to also hear was we never got to hear what people felt like when they got snapped.
Yeah.
She said she felt like she took a quick nap and then
Yeah.
boom, she woke up. So
Well,
that,
we heard Spider-Man say, "I must have passed out."
yeah, I mean, but we haven't heard too many people say it though. You know, it's like that was only
Too many
Spider-Man and then
cooks.
and her. Like I want to see
Dr.
what people
Strange was there?
experience it. Yeah.
It's been
but I
5
think it
years.
was-
They need us.
Oh,
It
that
was-
feels nice.
No, I just watched that movie the other day. It was sad.
Does it feel good when it's on you, huh?
That's
on
what I'm
me?
tweeting about it.
Gatekeeping.
Okay.
But anyway, I like that whole scene in general. It's just it shows the real time of okay, we see what the superheroes can go through when they come back with it. Let's see how real people react to
Yeah.
this.
Which is super funny. I love the moment where that lady's in bed and the guy blips like right next to her bedside, and she's like, "Who the hell are you, man?"
That was hilarious.
Can you imagine how scary I mean, no, because like, what's her face? Aunt May says,
Aunt May.
when she blipped back in somebody else's apartment that used to be her apartment, and they thought she was a ghost. That's gotta be
Right.
scary as hell.
Yeah.
So that I'm already thinking of like doing a video all about property law with the people who have been blipped when they come back. Do you
Oh.
have claim to
Who
their
gets
property?
what?
Who gets what?
That's-
Did Aunt May really like lose her apartment because she was gone for 5 years? What's that all about? So
She
yeah,
hasn't been paying. She hasn't been paying. So
Is there a new law going to go into effect in the MCU world? Like
there we go. Yeah, no,
There you go.
I mean, it is New York, but
Monica and Maria Rambeau.
R.I.P.
That was interesting one. The last time we saw Maria Rambeau was during Captain Marvel.
yep.
She wakes up finding out, hey, where's my mom? Doctor tells her, you've been gone for like 5 years, and 3 years ago your mom passed away
All a dream.
From cancer. Yep.
cancer. That they thought that was a successful surgery in the beginning, but I guess came back while she was gone.
Yeah, because she says that. Yeah.
very sad.
So I thought that was a pretty touching moment too, because at that point, a lot can happen in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And in a realistic standpoint, just imagine coming back and losing someone. You know what I mean? But like for you, it was like 5 minutes ago you just saw them.
I mean, hell, Ant-Man missed his daughter's entire childhood.
Yeah, dude. Like that was a very touching moment in that film where like he came back from the quantum realm and then she's all grown up and it's like, dude, he missed like the whole almost half her teenage years already.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really sad. But you're seeing, I like that you're seeing the people's reactions and how they're coping with it.
Yeah.
Now, do we have a specific timeline as to from when she leaves the hospital to when she goes to Sword?
Yes. So
20
Hayward
minutes.
no. So,
20 minutes.
So,
Yeah, she got over it that quick. Boom. She's back to normal.
A quick snap. That's it.
So the next scene after is of course opening credits, right? And yeah, I think Tony, you'd probably be the one to tell. I'm pretty sure because you know how at the first time we ever see it, all the original Avengers are completely in black and white, right? Like they're completely.
Yeah, but it was
They're still doing that theme.
Yeah.
All just for this show.
But I'm
I was
pretty
expecting
sure
them
there's
not to.
more color because like Black Widow's like her sticks are now
Right.
glowing blue. So I didn't know if that was like I would have to rewatch first.
I was
episode, sure.
expecting it to be like all colors just to like get us set in like, okay, now we're
Mhm.
focusing on the real world situation. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
But
it didn't. I was
what's
expecting.
what's the timeline from the
So okay,
hospital to Sword?
Yeah, I don't know.
So when they get to Sword, Hayward mentions that it's been 3 weeks.
Okay,
and
so she's
still
had
some
time.
people, still some. Oh, she's had, really 3 weeks. That's
Well,
enough
I
for you
mean,
to
okay,
grieve.
imagine going back to Sword like 10 minutes later, like going back to that, like
Yeah, that's true. That's
Like,
true.
at least
Wow,
it's been
that
some
was
time for her to take in the
crazy. I
news
gotta
and
go to
kind of
work.
maybe adjust with it just a little bit, but she's still gonna feel something, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's 3 weeks. So WandaVision takes place 3 weeks and 24 hours after Endgame.
MCU changed Sword's name too. It's not.
Yeah,
it's,
what is it now?
It's instead of Sentient World Observation Response Division, it's Sentient Weapon Observation and Response Division.
So what do we think about that difference though? Wow.
It doesn't.
Well,
They're accepting these guns now.
well, I don't know
They
how I
got
feel about
tabs
it.
on Tim. His
Um,
muscles, sentient weapons, my guy.
Sword, obviously, since from what it sounds like, it's been around since the '90s. Where the hell they've been this entire time?
What I don't get is why they changed the name. If what's the guy's name? The assistant director, the acting
Hayward.
director, Hayward. If he like specifically says like they're not doing like interstellar missions anymore, so they've been out into space. So
Well, I think they are. I think they're just kind of on shutdown, and we'll get to this in a little bit. But he does mention some astronauts going missing in space, so I think they're trying to just kind of recoup everything. Yes, I know where you're going with that. I think they're trying to recoup everything right now to try to settle back in now that the world is back and the universe is kind of, and this goes for like the rest of the universe. Everyone's back. So they're trying to kind of just maybe get everything going again and everything kind of back to where it was before they start maybe going. And I'm thinking we'll see probably more of Sword. Probably will play a big benefactor in Captain Marvel too. So we'll probably see more of that.
I agree.
So, but I don't know how I feel about the new name. I'm still kind of
my
Didn't they just change one of the letters? That's it.
it's a big word. How do you go from world to weapon?
World to weapon. That's like now
Because the world is a weapon.
But now I understand
because now
why.
it's multiple worlds.
Well, I understand why they did it. Obviously, in the past in the MCU, weapons have been a big benefactor of destruction. Stark with his weapons, Ultron
anything can
is
be a
considered
weapon.
a weapon. The freaking gauntlet and the stones, a weapon. So
yeah,
it looks like they're just on response now to find weapons of mass destruction of some sort. And
wouldn't they have to be sentient? Right, a weapon that thinks. That talks.
Infinity Stones think on their own.
That feels. Stones don't feel.
Do you know the story behind the stones, right?
I feel you.
Yeah, I use the stones.
I use the stones to destroy the stones. The stone actually, all the stones used to be a bean, and the bean got lonely in the world, so he split off into a bunch of stones. And
the bean.
That's why they can. It used to be like a bean, like a known bean.
Oh, okay. A bean.
A bean, yes, a bean.
Lima bean. It was a lima bean.
He said beam, like with an M.
Bean.
No, I said with an. I heard bean.
Bean.
Oh, a bean. I heard bean, like frijol.
Yeah, so that's just a little background. I don't know how they're doing it here, but they all think on their own. But anyway, back to Sword.
Division of what? Is it still a division of Shield? Well, that was not confirmed at all.
My whole and that's why I'm kind of confused.
So much wasn't confirmed.
Now. It's like Sword was supposed to be a new and kind of a throwback to Shield. Like they wanted to be a better, like they were supposed to be Shield's successor.
Yeah.
Obviously, from what I can tell, at least what I've been given so far, Fury is not involved with it.
Right.
Well, so why wouldn't he be?
Well, because he was working with, if he knows Captain Marvel and Maria didn't they meet Maria Rambeau and Fury?
He even says, I could use somebody in Shield like you.
Yeah.
So like, wouldn't it be like maybe he was like, hey, you should start your own thing. My thing's called Shield. Maybe you can name your thing something dumb too, like Halberd or Lance.
Halberd.
Or
can you give me an acronym for Halberd?
Sword. I wonder if he got blipped back if he finished up saying MFer.
Guys, we're still on the first 5 minutes of this episode.
Okay. Well, anyway, so I think Division. I don't know. I mean, there could be potentially other divisions in the universe.
So you mean division like that? Okay.
Worldwide, yeah. I mean, that's what I think when I think of division. I mean, like teams and other areas. Okay. So
right.
Yeah.
So
what do you want next?
We clearly see that when she walks by the main office, she sees Maria, Photon, Rambeau, and it does look like a very like
Photon
a photo,
man.
A photon. It's a photo that's like very reminiscent of how she looked in Captain Marvel. So was Sword developed in the 90s?
It had to have been early because she was the director and the person who started it, and they mentioned that. So she's like, when your mom started this company, this is like she talks about it. So
all right, so why don't you talk about when Hayward's showing her around what he says about the astronauts?
Yeah, that was a good one right there, man. And I'm still a little confused about it. I don't know what to think of it much right now, but two things I've read were, well, okay, I'll get into that because that involves something else later that they talk about. But
I caught it and I didn't think much about it for a second. I was just like,
astronauts going to space. There's only one first family of Marvel that we've known that gone to space and got their powers in outer space, and that is the Fan-Four-tastic.
The Fan-Four-tastic.
Fantastic Four, yes. They went to space, got their
they get bullied by space.
They said that they
absolutely murdered.
They did. Yeah. If you watch the good one with Chris Evans, so
that's a good one.
But yeah, another thing I've been thinking about too was what if a lot of people are saying maybe the Eternals too.
Oh.
I'd prefer to think about the Fantastic Four.
I'm cool with any of them. I'm excited for both films. So
Now,
So go for it, Josue.
the Fantastic Four, like, would they be considered weapons?
more like accidents.
Sentient kind.
Sentient weapons? Huh?
Yeah,
Well, that's what. Okay, and that's where it
Uh-huh.
kind of confuses me a little bit because their mission. Well, in the comics, their
spent, like,
mission was
20 minutes now on this acronym.
their mission in the comics was funded by Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
And if Sword's gonna be kind of taking that over, like, I'm
Yo,
okay with
is
it.
Hayward gonna become Victor Von Doom?
Victor Von Hayward,
Yeah, Victor Von Hayward, but he's like, man, that doesn't rhyme.
Latveria, dog.
Victor Von Doom.
The day we get a Latveria reference in the MCU, I will lose my shit, like how we got Wakanda in Age of Ultron.
Wakanada.
Wakanada.
Not Latveria.
Look.
But yeah, that is interesting. I'm curious to see if they're going to tie that back to the Fantastic Four. And we'll get into more of that later when they mention another big thing.
Okay.
So,
Thomas, proceed.
we want to go next from there.
Yeah, thank you. So okay, now that we're like out of that little hangar, so Hayward
Sword.
says, yeah, so Sword, yeah, still in Sword.
Aliens.
So Hayward's like, I know it's a little Aki, but you know what? I had to step up. And she's like, hey, you have to do what you had to do. So he's like, hey, thanks, fam. So then he's like, also, by the way, your mom told me you're not allowed to. You're only allowed to do
You're grounded.
terror missions. You're grounded. All right. I'm your
if,
mother.
if if she came back, so it's kind of interesting. Like they had that thought of like, what if?
Well, I mean,
Marvel.
What if?
What if?
Someone say what if? Thomas is getting mad. What if? He did that on purpose. He knew.
I did because of another what if later
I'm wearing
on. but
Avengers
yeah.
sweats.
Oh well, all right. You don't need to get up for that. You're.
I'm wearing
not going
Avengers
to.
underwear. Hold on.
No. Okay. So she's grounded, and Hayward's like, I've got something to tell you. There's like a missing person case, and it's in Westview, New Jersey.
The feds
yeah.
requested us.
Yeah. And then she's like, FBI, what the FBI want with a first person's case? And he's like, I don't know, just go figure it out. So now we're out of Sword. Hey,
We're in
guys,
Westview.
Yep.
we did it.
Before
Now
we
we're in
leave,
In the
Westview,
state
Before
of
we leave this plane,
in the state of New Jersey.
Kentucky.
confirmed
Confirmed. Yes. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right. We were only speculating, Tony.
because we are the area code.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, it was Hackensack. I've driven by Hackensack a bunch of times. So
Big
what-
flex.
yeah,
Big flex. Thomas
My-
knows what Hackensack is.
But my thing that I want to mention is, so how far away is Sword from where the Avengers Towers was?
Yeah.
From it, like
Where
it
is
in
Sword
Manhattan?
located?
I want to say New York, maybe. If she
Really?
drove,
I
she
was
looked like she
thinking
drove there.
Florida.
Yeah, that's true. She drove, so it's
Jesus,
something
that's
that
a drive.
Well,
Florida
either
to
she
Well, New
drove or
Jersey
she
and New York,
rented a
aren't they
car.
like right there though, right?
But the way it looks, Sword structured wise, it looks like NASA.
Like a
Yeah,
base.
no,
It actually looks like a military
SpaceX,
base.
Yeah, it looks like
That's true.
SpaceX launch. Oh, maybe it's a military base. So yeah, maybe it's Fort Lauderdale.
I mean,
Yeah, there you
because
go.
Maria Rambeau, they were in the Air Force, so been government
Ah,
funded.
Do we remember which Air Force?
No,
Big
let's
one.
just keep going. It doesn't
Big
matter.
one. All
The
right.
big Air
All right,
Force.
so she arrives, and it is in this moment my favorite Easter egg of this entire
I have a card.
show. I lost it. I literally lost my shit when they did this. James Woo, FBI.
Which the funniest thing I was reading was like, obviously he didn't get snapped because he's a slow learner and he finally learned that trick.
Oh,
That's what they said on the. I was like, that's brutal.
that is brutal.
Look
But
at
yeah, that
Tim's
was.
been practicing.
I haven't been
Practice.
practicing.
Tim, do it.
I should
Do it,
have,
do
you
it.
know.
Do it.
Oh, hold on. I have a
Close
card.
enough.
Josue
can't.
can do it.
I can do it, but I don't have a card with me.
You know what?
Here,
I
here,
would've
Jose,
thought your
Jose,
intro
catch.
would have been a lot of vomit.
Oh yeah, the barf scene later on. But no, oh
lot
my
of
goodness,
vomit?
this was my
Good catch, man.
favorite.
Good catch.
So Jimmy Woo is like, all right, officers, can you please tell my colleague here what you just told me? And there's a giant Westview sign, right? Like the police officers are right there, and they're like this, no such place. And then Monica's like, so you're telling me, and she's looking at the sign, that Westview, New Jersey doesn't
Oh, he's-
exist. And he's like, that's right.
That's
And
right.
they're like, Officer,
Now-
where are you from? Eastview.
Did you guys notice anything off about these cops?
I was.
kinda just
Oh,
look
here
like-
goes this theory.
I
Hey.
saw that their badge says Eastview. I
Uh-huh.
know that their police car says 1966.
Okay,
but I have
stop
no
with
idea
that
what
one.
that means.
Probably
But-
something of a comic book when maybe they
Yeah,
debut or
yeah,
something.
exactly.
Usually is.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I was thinking more along the lines. They're acting very
Chill.
like not of this day and age. I don't know. The way the guy was talking
Oh, I see.
and the way it made
Yeah.
it seem,
I
it
did get
seemed
that
like he
vibe.
was like a cop from maybe like the 50s or
50s.
60s.
Mhm.
Oh,
Like no such place. You know, they even had that kind of like, I know it's probably like a Jersey accent,
It's
but
supposed
like,
to be a Jersey accent.
you know, making it the way they talked and, you know, the
Mhm.
classic cops coffee donut kind of bit. I'm like, I'm thinking, you know, does this have something to do with they were inside and got on the outside? Are they protecting this
Mm.
place?
Yeah, yeah.
Can we talk
but
about
I
how
could-
Westview just looked like a ghost town?
Well, that's probably
Well,
just. I
that's
think
because
what
of the
it's supposed to
wall,
look like.
I would
But I
think.
thought that
yeah.
was like it looked scary just to get like it looked like if you were gonna
That's
walk that
true.
way, just like you were
You
gonna be
don't
killed
want
or
it.
something.
That's so freaking true. But how about when she walks up to? Oh, first we see that she like goes and she grabs her little drone, and we all know.
When?
Okay.
Let's start going
So
full circle
there's
now.
The drone, okay. And so she goes and she puts it in. And then my favorite. So I think this is something that I'll bring up in like a theory section later. Is when Jimmy Woo says to her, "You can feel it, right? Like it doesn't want to bring you in." But before that, Monica says to him, "So, Jimmy, what is it about you and I? What makes it so special that we can see it, but no one else can?" And I think that's an idea that's kind of like, I'll bring it up a little bit later with Darcy,
Mhm.
but I think that there's something underneath all of this that's not,
It's like the
because we're only really seeing it from those three perspectives.
Mhm.
And so let's
the
look at
Overlook
Monica-
Hotel.
Yes. Oh, there we go. Okay,
What-
so
so nobody else
Same
was
idea.
confirmed that they see Westview.
that's what I'm saying. So I'll get to when I mentioned Darcy's entrance, I'll mention that part. But so Monica goes up to the barrier. Really cool effect, seeing like the screen. I think that was like my favorite little visual. And then she like, oh, and he's like, Captain Rambo, which of course Captain being a reference to Captain Marvel, that she becomes the next Captain Marvel. Whoop-de-doo.
He was going Carter, Captain Rambo, stop.
He wasn't even paying attention. He was like, "Oh, what? Oh, Captain Rambo."
But one thing that I forgot to mention, that it wasn't until like my third time watching this that I noticed, when she's with Hayward back at Sword Facilities, which is literally like the same day that she goes to, you know, Westview, she's wearing a little necklace that has the sword on it. So what I'm thinking is when she
Oh.
goes into the
She already has it.
the
Yeah,
barrier, she's already wearing the necklace.
that would
and
make
that's when it
sense. That would
changes.
make sense. Because why else would she? Why else would she
Why
get a
else would she
sword
have a
necklace?
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm, yeah,
Or it could be her badge.
that's
don't know, one of
that's what
those.
I've heard. I've heard the badge because I've seen shots of the necklace and like, yeah, it looks like the sword logo, but like I can't get like a solid image to just
Right,
be like, yeah,
right.
that's the
Right.
sword logo. I was
Mhm.
thinking more that the
It's just a
necklace
badge.
or the badge turned into the sword necklace
Could be. You know, yeah.
because that would be the most prominent thing that says sword.
Yeah.
Mhm. So then at this moment we see
Well, she's in the.
Darcy-
Are we talking about the moment like she's in the world now?
Yeah, she's already in.
Okay,
So what's literally the next thing we see? Darcy and a bunch of people in a van. And Darcy's like, "So what are you here for?" He's like, "We're not supposed to talk." And she's like, "Okay, Boy Scout leader. All right." And then bunch of people, and they give their like
No one cares. That's what,
Yeah,
he-
yeah,
that's
no
what
one
she says.
cares.
No, that's what
Exactly.
she says. No one cares.
So when they actually
That's hilarious.
arrive, it's been 24 hours since Monica Rambeau.
Well, should you mention if no
Yours.
one recognized who Darcy's from? Like which movie?
Your
There we go. Thank you.
Should we? Yeah, sure. Okay. There
Well,
we go.
one,
She's
two,
in
yeah.
1, 2, and is she? No, she's
I
not.
guess
She's not
if
on
you,
the
third one. She's
If
only
you
in the first
haven't
two.
watched Thor 1,
I
and
mean,
2.
why are you even watching this if you haven't watched?
I think that was the
Thor?
funniest line.
Well,
in the thing.
if
No one-
I'm
she's
gonna
like,
be
"No, we
honest,
don't
if
care."
you guys didn't talk about
I'm about to tweet right now, Tim. I swear to God, whatever you say, I'm about to tweet it out.
what's his name?
Oh.
The guy from Ant-Man. I've
Jimmy
never
Woo.
seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, so if I didn't know,
Jimmy Woo.
you guys, if you guys didn't tell me about Jimmy Woo,
I will tell you that after this episode, I want to see more of Randall Park and Kat Dennings in the better Marvel movies, not in Thor: Dark World, not in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I want to see them more prominent in like the big movies.
Hey,
If
does
I don't hear a
Ant-Man have
lot
a
of vomit
hyphen?
line, I'm gonna be pissed.
Ant-Man does have a hyphen.
he's tweeting. Don't give him the hyphen.
Dude, you say you've never seen Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I've never seen
to this day.
to this day.
Plenty of
Okay.
people have.
That was a fun movie, dude.
It was a fun movie, but it was in a horrible time. Horrible.
I don't see a reason for it.
It was right after Infinity War. No one cared. No
I
one
did.
cared. They just wanted Endgame.
I did. You know why I did? Because the freaking at the
After
end
credit?
credit scene. That's
Yeah.
why I did.
So
Yo, Anthony, look at him
you
retweet.
mean to tell me you cared about those 2 hours before?
I care about
the
every Marvel
post-credits?
movie equally, man. If I get a Marvel movie in theaters, that's a freaking
Equally.
great day for me.
Okay, wait. We're not debating about Marvel movies.
Okay.
Do that another time.
Civil War's the best. Anyway, so Darcy arrives. Hayward not Hayward. Some goon shows her, and she's like, Ms. Lewis, and she's like, Dr. Lewis. Hey, now she has a doctorate. Good for her. So they go in, and she sets up, and we see a bunch of drones go into the barrier. And
Wait.
she's
We
looking-
know she got her doctorate. That means she wasn't blipped in those 5 years.
Well, I don't know. What's
goodness.
been the timeline since we've seen her since Thor 2, though? She could have got it.
That's
before
true.
Thor
Dark
2.
World
You
was
got it
2018.
earlier?
Can we just laugh at the fact that they're just sending drone after drone, just wasting money? Just
What kind of footage you guys get? That's classified, so nothing.
Yeah.
That's the line.
What?
It's not so nothing. It's so you didn't see anything.
For what?
I don't think anyone else can see the barrier. And I know this is disputed. I don't think anyone can see it. That's what I think the lights are for. I think it's like, Jimmy was like, all right, here. I think it's those who have been not touched, but like have had interactions
On this
with
doll.
the Avengers. Have had interactions like Darcy has Thor, Jimmy Woo has Ant-Man,
But
Monica has
why?
Captain Marvel. I don't know.
That wouldn't make sense,
Is Ant-Man
especially for
considered
Jimmy
an Avenger,
Woo.
though, yet? I don't think he's...
Yeah, like, especially
He
with
was
Jimmy
with
Probably.
Ant-Man.
because Ant-Man doesn't have any powers other than being an
Maybe
ant.
just with sentience. I don't know.
But it's Wanda knows Ant-Man. Wanda knows Captain Marvel because of that girl power scene. Wanda knows all of the Avengers.
Wanda doesn't
And
really...
But
She
would
doesn't-
Wanda want that though?
Exactly. What is it? What is it about these three people? Because they're connected. They're connected to Westview in a different way
They can
than anyone
feel it.
else
They
is.
can feel.
They can feel it.
Always been
Feel
the
it in my
case.
jellies.
Anyway, so yes, so she sees CMBR waves, and I think that's
Miles has the answers.
Miles does have
Miles
the
is like
Miles has all
tried
the
to
cosmic
tell us.
answers, man.
Miles
He's a
said,
child.
"You know why?" Ah!
It's an acronym for something, man.
Yes, exactly. It was like cosmic something.
CMBR.
It's the relic radiation of the Big Bang.
Yes.
Same energy that was
All
found.
started with
And
the
that's
big
I
bang.
think that's a very
Bang.
important line. I think it's a very important line that Hayward says. Yeah, relic radiation of the Big Bang. What's one idea that we have for all this? That Wanda's eventually going to split open the multiverse, right? That's going to take about the strength of a Big Bang to do that. So she's already emitting that much energy.
When I thought about that energy, I thought about the space scene, and then the same energy that was used to make the Fantastic Four, which is the exact same
Oh.
energy that was used to make the Fantastic Four.
Can we also talk about that? Hayward is, to me, doesn't seem like a good guy. I feel like Hayward's gonna be a sneaky sis.
It depends
And-
who you look at too in that
Is he
one.
Hydra?
And the fact that when she's
wanna talk
like
about that too.
CMBR and he knows exactly what she's
What that
talking
is.
about, why would he know about that?
Because he's the
Well, because he was
Director.
next in line for the sword
Because
position.
sword,
No,
yeah,
they've
because
been-
he's
they've probably
the
been studying
director
that,
of
though,
sword.
But
right?
this is like
well,
they've been studying for how long? The
wasn't that the
whole-
same energy that gave Captain Marvel her powers, though?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean,
I thought
It
it
was a
was-
photon.
that
it was a-
happened
it
on
was a
Earth,
space
right?
stone. Yeah. So
But that's not CMBR.
no, I
Gamma
mean,
rays.
I don't know. I don't know.
I would assume it's not out of the realm of possibility that someone who's a director of this. Yes, I think that's something to keep in mind. Like he was very knowledgeable that but I wouldn't say it's out of the possibility that like he would know of it. Like if you were like to say, oh yes, the rating is like exponentially high because of blah 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 blah.
I don't know,
Like, why
Chief.
does
I
he
don't know
know
about
so
that
much?
one, but
Oh,
I'm looking at Hayward,
keep it.
bro.
Let's keep it eye.
So,
We'll
like
keep an
when
eye.
Wu was talking to him about like setting in another agent.
Oh yeah, and he's just like, yo, send them
he's,
all
like,
in, bro.
dismissing it kind of thing.
Just get them all. You could just go. We don't need
He
you.
doesn't
I think
care.
that's-
He's got
Just
money.
Get out of here.
Exactly. I think that's just to play like the
Just like custodians, they're replaceable.
Oh.
Hey, you're not replaceable.
Tell my
Not
boss that.
enough.
Although if the school finds out you're using their equipment, you might be.
This is my. I paid for this. What are you talking about? I paid $500 for this board.
Okay.
I meant the working out equipment.
Oh,
Damn.
well, you're talking about equipment.
That's it. I'm tweeting. That's it. I'm tweeting.
Can
Tweet
we
it.
just focus?
He's
Goodness
tweeting,
Put it
bro.
out
He's on a
there.
tweeting
Oh my
rampage
goodness.
right now.
Apparently.
He doesn't want to see me get
Anyway, okay.
ripped.
So
I do.
okay, so Darcy's able to see that there's another wave embedded in the CMBR. She pulls out like some screen and like starts to see pictures, and she says, "I need an old TV, not flat."
I thought
And
that was
then-
cool.
Yes, I think so too.
Every
then
like
next-
sent everything. Yeah, it's cool.
Very, very cool. And I think the next scene is yes, with Jimmy Woo telling Hayward, like, no, we can't send another agent when we don't even have the first one. And then he's like, yes, tell it to my drones, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Interesting about the drones, though, I think it
He's
comes
drone
up a little
man.
later with that guy who goes in, wherein he
Beekeeper?
passes he doesn't have a name, right? Or does he
Yes,
have
it
like,
is.
Keeper.
agent
No,
something?
it's Agent something. What's the babe?
Alright.
Do you remember the agent's name?
What agent?
The beekeeper.
Can we just call him the beekeeper?
Frank something.
Remembered. All right, Frank. All right, well
Agent
done.
Franklin.
Oh,
Yeah, Miss C's saying Franklin.
All
Yeah,
right,
Agent
Franklin,
Franklin.
Agent Franklin. So he
The
goes
beekeeper.
in and he becomes
Swarm.
the beekeeper. And
Aim.
you know, it's
Ooh.
another name for like the bees, drones, right? You have the queen bee and you have the drone bee.
What about the rope, man? becoming,
Hexagons.
hexagons,
metal-
the
the
barriers, a
metal rope holding them becoming a
hexagon.
freaking
Bees
jump
make
rope.
hexagons.
Oh, are we?
honeycombs.
Wait, so we're on the TV part, right?
Yes, we're in the TV part.
So
now.
are we moving on out to them taking their notes and stuff like that, or?
Sure,
we're-
let's do it. If you
So
want.
I thought that was
I thi-
interesting.
My favorite thing is that really with this part, Jimmy Woo and Darcy are us.
That's what I was about to say. They're in our
Jimmy
position.
Roo. He had some
What do
scrolls
the
written on
hexagons
there, you
mean?
know. He had some freaking
You know?
Ultron still
Yes.
alive,
Yes.
like a lot of vomit
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Like a lot of them.
written on the board. You just didn't see it.
So he's wondering the hexagon thing also. He's
I
won-
think even before that, he's like, the universe made a sitcom with two Avengers because I feel
Well,
like that
here's the
was
thing.
all of us
They
when
also-
it was announced at D23 that
I was
WandaVision
like,
was
the
coming.
MCU's making a sitcom about two
with
Avengers.
two Avengers.
they also mentioned that the sitcom has been going on for a while.
yes,
That's
So
what I'm saying, man.
How
I'm mad.
long?
You know, I'm excited
how
for it.
long?
I'm dummy mad, bro. I want them episodes.
I want them
I'm excited
40s,
for when
bro.
they do the Modern Family version of it.
Did you guys see how it's not the same episodes that we saw?
What do
There
you
were
mean?
Some cuts.
Yes,
There were
yes.
some cuts.
Which cuts? Which cuts?
We had
Explain.
some hard,
Cuts?
we had some censored cuts.
Mhm.
That yeah,
music-
yeah,
You
yeah,
want to
yeah,
call it
yeah.
that? That's probably an
There's
appropriate word.
music
right there,
that
the
we
censored
didn't
cuts.
hear. So to me, there's really three versions. There's the version that we've seen, the version that Darcy and Jimmy and everybody else is seeing, and then the one that Wanda's living. So it's like there's three filters.
Mm.
Which one is really happening?
But
That's
you
the
know,
big question.
With the filters, they're still the same thing. The
Mhm.
Hydra ads. Those are still there though.
You know, I thought the same thing too, and
Oh.
obviously we got that with the second episode where something happened and they threw the ad in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We never got that. What about the scene when they never talked about this either, so I'm pretty sure this got censored. But what about the scene when because it seemed like when something happened, they cut to a commercial. So
Yeah,
what about the scene of
oh.
Vision getting the thing out of the guy when he's choking? They didn't cut to a commercial there. You know what I
I
mean?
don't-
Like
That's
she made it
true.
seem like every time something bad happens that's not supposed to happen, that's not part of the script, they would cut to commercial. And that just happened with that episode. But like the dinner scene, when it went all chaotic,
That's
nothing happened
never
there.
shown.
Yeah.
That is a good point because we only see
Wait.
when
is
this
the ad
guest is
played in
leaving
the
him.
first episode?
And like pretty much it's I think it's in the
It's
beginning.
when they right before they eat dinner, right?
No. I think it's right before they. Yeah, it was in the beginning. I remember that. 'Cause I
Yeah.
remember being shocked about it when I
Mhm.
saw Stark Industries.
Yeah.
Shiggity-doo-doo.
So
I
I don't
think it
know.
was I think it was before Vision went to work. Like they showed.
Oh,
at
you're
work.
probably yeah. I
Yeah,
think
yeah. But that's
So-
interesting because we at least know that they saw that episode because Darcy, they're able to identify that person. So who wants to
Right.
talk about the people that are being
That was
identified?
interesting. I mean, I liked how they
liked-
worked with
yeah.
the feds to do the whole facial recognition.
Mhm.
Ironically enough, though, one person has not been recognized, and I'm sticking with my theory on that.
Multiple people have
Before that,
you
though,
have to remember population was like 3,000 and something. All
I'm
right.
talking about one.
But so
person in
here's the thing. So
specific.
here's the thing. Do these people get in the world by accidentally like driving into it or walking towards it or something like that?
Or she took the Eastview people and just put them in the Westview people.
So then why does she take these people? They have no connection with anyone though.
What do you mean?
I don't-
I'm,
but-
I'm, not, I'm not quite understanding what you're.
Are
Because
you
when it's
saying
showing
like
the
they
list of-
weren't there?
That they're actual people. Like these are actual
Mhm.
people, right?
Yes,
So what
yes.
I'm thinking is like, okay, you know how the cops are, you see the cops and then they're not there anymore when they're talking to them?
They drive around.
Yeah,
Okay.
we hear. We
But
don't see it, but we hear it.
what if, say someone was just driving into that town? Like they didn't see the town, right? Nobody sees the town?
Right.
What if they're just driving that way and then boom, they're into this new world?
Well, that's the thing. So there's been some speculation saying that this is actually Eastview disguised
Oh,
as
really?
Mm,
Westview.
oh.
And I've noticed that when you see Monica driving in at the beginning, the W on Westview when she gets off the highway looks oddly larger and fresher than the rest of the rest of the word of Ast View. You know, it's just, the W is a lot bigger
Well,
and
it's not west view; it's west view. So that would be the E. So the A would have to also be replaced with an E.
whatever.
I get what you're saying.
But-
though. It
but-
looks
but-
fresh.
Thank you.
The W,
So-
there's 3 tops on it. 666.
Oh my God! Don't even.
But
Don't even with me with
1966 on
this.
the cop car. Oh.
I don't even be
What's
with
we-
me.
Mephisto confirmed.
I saw that on Twitter. I
Don't
that
even
kind
get me
of
on
I was
this.
like, okay, you're kind of reaching.
Mephisto. It's just that simple.
Oh, man.
tweeting.
Okay, so
Tweet again. please.
people
Just
have been
throw the tweet out.
identified. Who hasn't been identified? We still haven't mentioned who hasn't been identified.
I just kept my eye on one person. I didn't care about the others.
Okay.
Someone's saying if we got hacked on our Twitter. Someone said, "Did you get hacked?" with like a sweaty smiley face.
Josue, can you please say no? You're just being a troll. All right.
The
Okay.
one that
Hey,
I
no,
didn't care
say
about the
stay
rest.
tuned till Monday or something like that. Stay tuned.
Tony, tell us.
I didn't care about the rest. The only one I was paying attention with was Agnes.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
me too.
That's the only one I care about.
Yep.
But so the people that I noticed who aren't there, Dottie, and the people from the commercial.
What if Dottie's Mephisto?
Pop quiz, Wanda.
No.
Because
Don't
there's
say no to my
Dottie. Yeah,
theory.
you're right. You're right. Dottie, the 2 in the commercials.
Mm.
Oh,
No.
Missy has something to say.
Oh yes, yes.
Mystery said that Agnes wasn't like identified,
that's what.
but I saw a picture like that had like that whole board, and
see-
Agnes is on there.
Yeah, she's on it.
You
But
see her
but they don't
picture on
mention
there, but you
it.
don't
They
see a
don't
driver's
mention her,
license.
But her,
I mean, she
yeah,
doesn't have a
yeah,
driver's
that.
license. Yeah,
She doesn't have a driver's license, so
Oh.
everyone else does.
Everybody else has a driver's
Okay.
license.
A
next
lot
to
of
it.
people
But-
have like these are the people that don't have anything.
That
with-
goes back to episode 3.
That's how
Where
they keep track. See, they all have their driver's license.
But she must. They so
Agnes
they
has
haven't.
nothing. Look, she has no name on her.
Oh,
Well, there's names. But, yeah.
because I
Missy
saw
is
it and
all
I
of
was like,
us.
oh wait, she's right there.
Well, she's there, but look, driver's license, driver's license, driver's
Driver's
license.
license.
Bingo.
driver's license.
When is this coming out?
This is
Monday.
coming out tomorrow.
Perfect.
tomorrow. Just say all makes sense tomorrow. Make sure to be subscribed to TLEV Media. Anyway, come on, guys. We still got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, keep going.
We're already like an hour into this. Keep going. Oh, I'm pretty sure we lost Tony. I think he's frozen.
He's standing still. I think he's standing still.
No, he's standing
very,
still.
Very upset with us.
Yeah, we lost him. We lost him.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's just keep going.
All right.
All right,
Well,
so-
he'll join us.
So we see the shots, and then Darcy is like about to eat her couple noodle, and then she drops it because boom, there's Monica. Monica's unfazed, and it's interesting because Jimmy Woo says that's not the tough person I saw the day before. Interesting to me because that means that the 1950s and the 1960s happened in the first like 24 hours. So what is the timeline between the barrier and the real world?
Interesting. I didn't think about that.
So maybe it is possible that.
Well, I doubt it's like our world, so it's like they're not waiting until next Friday for another episode of.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
No, but like maybe like clearly there's some shots in like that little scene that we don't see, like when we see Monica like sitting down with it, we never see her doing that. But then we see Darcy trying to use the radio to have Jimmy like send a message, and he's like, Wanda, can you hear me, Wanda?
Yeah.
This is our first cut though. Pun intended, because we don't see the red
Don't
cut.
see the cut. No.
Yeah.
You
And we
see
don't
the
even
bleeding.
we don't even hear Dottie say, "Who are you?" We just hear her
Yeah.
go like, "Pop quiz, Wanda,"
And she's like, I don't know. It just cut.
Yeah, exactly. And then she tries to rewind it. She's like, "It didn't work." So I don't know what that means.
I don't know. It's
I think that's
interesting.
something. All right.
But,
He says Wi-Fi gave out. It's okay. We're all good.
We'll keep going, and then he'll join us back.
Exactly. So then Darcy and Jimmy, they're trying, and then they're like, then it comes to last week's episode, and I think it's funny because Darcy and Jimmy are like, I'm so invested. Oh my god, I can't believe Vision and Wanda are having babies. And then,
Little Woo, dude.
little Jimmy Woo.
Get him a little FBI suit.
That was awesome.
I love
And
that.
And then it gets to the part where it's like he was killed by Ultron, and then he's like, "Wait, did they ever mention
say
anything about
Ultron?
Ultron before?" And it was like, I don't know. And then it cuts to like Wanda very intimidatingly go, "Woo, woo," and then it's just the credits scene. Credits that we didn't see in the last episode.
Correct.
Wait, what was the difference with this credit? I don't remember.
We didn't see these
Didn't
credits.
see them credits.
Yeah, the last credits. The last episode ended with Monica leaving the bubble. With,
Oh.
Yeah.
Daydream Believer. I always say Daydream Believer.
The monkeys.
By the monkeys. So we see now we see interesting. I think that we see Darcy try to rewind it. It's very similar to the rewind when Wanda says no.
No.
I don't know what that means just yet, but I think it's very interesting that that's like, why would they keep with that same style? So we finally see that other side. Josue, you want to take it away? Well, what is the difference in that interaction between Monica and Wanda?
Well, we actually get to see how it all plays out. For one, that's probably like the biggest thing that we can talk about is that we finally get to see that Wanda is. We get to see what many are speculating that Wanda's kind of, like there have been talks about Mephisto. Obviously, Agnes might be Agatha Harkness and so on and so forth. But the show is really trying to tell us that Wanda is kind of the villain in this. And like she kind of, not that she knows what's going on, but like maybe she's trying to convince herself that all this is happening. And we can see this because obviously when Monica's like, when she's asking like, who are you? I think you should leave. You're an intruder and I need you to leave. She activates her chaos magic, but in comics it's called hex magic, which hexagons, but, so she activates her chaos magic and we see that she's fine with it at first, right? She's like, hey, get out of here, bro. This ain't your place, chief. And then she banishes Monica into the nether realm. And then she realizes what she's done.
She's like, oh.
She's like, oh, dang, that's crazy. And so she fixes with the same chaos magic the hole that she made. And then what I thought was weird is that she looks at her chaos magic as if like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. And like it's almost like she needs to remind herself that she's created this world for herself and that she can't use this kind of magic here. So she's like, this seems weird. I gotta remember going back in. You know?
What was interesting to me was with that interaction that they had, the camera was sticking with the, you know, the full screen rectangle, like a movie. So does that mean we're in the point of view of Monica?
I think we're in the view of like
this is just like this is the MCU. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, all right. Yeah, I'm assuming so because, or it could actually be what Wanda's seeing.
Oh, okay.
Because we're seeing it from the perspective of, like you said, Darcy and Jimmy Woo.
Yes.
We're seeing that old letterbox format.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not assuming Wanda's eyes are like cut off, so it's like she can only see so much of her world.
Sure.
I'm assuming she sees what the MCU is, that widescreen, you know, normal format.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, what's the scene after that's got me biting my lip and everything when she goes back to the cribs?
Oh,
dude,
yes. Oh my god, dude.
One of the scariest Marvel scenes of any Marvel movie / show.
It was a horror movie.
I literally jumped.
Dude.
Me and Joe were watching this in pitch black darkness on an iPad, so we're like face first into this iPad, and then Vision's like, "Are you alright?"
Did you see him before?
Yes, he was colored. Like you can see a small hint of tint of red, but it's not.
Did you see
like,
it before? What do you mean?
As he's walking up to Wanda.
As he's walking in, I was already like, oh shit, look at his head. Look at his head.
Oh, was it already effed up?
He was already gray. He was already a massive hole in his head. I was like, oh my God. And if I was the director of this episode, I would not have done that horror reveal. And the producer behind me would even tell you that because I was sitting so close to the screen that I was able to see that. But if you're actually watching it like a movie,
so he shouldn't
that jump scare to see his actual.
I still got that jump scare feel though. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh.
Now the question is,
when she looks away and looks back and he's normal.
No.
Oh.
Did Wanda have sex with a corpse?
Oh God.
It's already a robot, so stop. It's not a real person.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. Okay, we're trying.
Zaragoza, what do you think? I see your back, sir.
I'm trying to just catch up with everything, but I can tell where we're at now.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely was a big reveal when I saw that. It actually almost reminded me of the scene from Far From Home when Spider-Man saw Iron Man all like in a corpse and stuff, which I thought was super cool. I mean, I kind of put that throwback together. So it was really a cool scene to see that. It kind of threw you off your guard a little bit. Like, okay, now that I saw that, is Vision really there, or is he just being kind of like a puppet?
Is that the corpse of Vision? Is that that's the real question?
And you have to think, can other people see the WandaVision or do they see the corpse? So like in the first episode when Kitty is sitting across from Vision, does she just see corpse, or I'm sorry, Vision sitting at the head of the table?
Yeah.
Does she see corpse Vision just like?
Yeah. Are they all playing along with his corpse?
Yeah.
Well, they can't do anything.
Mm-mm.
You know, that's what, because like now that we obviously after this we get that, you know, Wanda, it's Wanda. Do people know?
I don't know. Because Wanda, it's Wanda. Is that a real? Is it Wanda? You know.
Is it that?
I'm still sticking with the Truman
Does it compel
Show.
me?
It's not that compelling.
Seeing that side of Wanda was interesting. Made me even think she was being controlled by somebody.
When she freaked out, kind of thing.
I
I don't see Wanda doing something like that though. Like I think she's learned so much since Age of Ultron of what's really good, what's really not, you know, like so I don't see Wanda doing something like that. Like I think there's two possible theories to this. There's one, she's being controlled by someone, and I have a very, 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 very close eye on Agnes for that. Or she I don't know, like she just, there's something that's maybe making her this way, kind of like how what's the way, like an affinity, like how pretty much I'm gonna go back to like the Mind Stone, how the Mind Stone made Loki control people, you know what I mean? Like so this is kind of like I've never seen this side of Wanda before ever in the MCU.
Yeah.
So I was confused as to why she is acting the way she is. Is she being controlled, or is someone else pulling the string? You know,
how I saw it was she had the same freak out, kind of like in Age of Ultron, because she was bringing up such a heavy topic.
right?
And that's why I mean, she's dealing with another type of pain again. Now she's lost vision, you know, so maybe she's got that anger again. She's always had the anger, but maybe that's a loved one, you know? So
I don't know, man. I'm just saying it just feels like she's being controlled, honestly.
So one thing I want to ask.
But Zaragoza, I do agree. She doesn't have full
He
control.
just said he wanted to add something.
Yeah, add something. Go ahead.
I want to ask before I give my thoughts. Do you guys feel like we answered Herb's sentence with this episode? Do you think you have that blank for we're all because she's here because we're all okay?
I got an idea.
And we're
Okay.
part
What do you
of
think?
it.
My idea is that we're all, like, we never got to finish it. Obviously, we know these people are being controlled. We know that something is really pulling the game behind the curtains that we're not seeing yet. So I think he was about to spill the truth, and he may have snapped out of it that episode for a little bit. So I feel like yeah, I got a lot of answers from that, just from that thing.
Because
finish the sentence for me.
Well,
Zara.
Herb, we know
what's the finish sentence.
we know that Herb is an actual person.
I will say
you know?
this. No, maybe I shouldn't say that word. I will say that we're all we're all controlled. Maybe.
I like that. That's a good one.
The better term to say it. I think they're all just puppets to a bigger story or a thing we're not seeing here. Again,
we're all being controlled. Okay.
If we're theorizing Mephisto, I mean, what do we know about the devil? He's a very tempting person and will give you what you desire. What you desire in a way, you know what I mean? So what if?
No, that's it. It was something stupid like Rex.
But like what I'm getting at to that was like, what if Mephisto was disguised as someone that Wanda knew or loved, and made her a kind of like a what if you can just have some more time with him, or what if you could spend the rest of your time with him, and this is what we're seeing. Maybe that's what
I'm waiting for the black goat.
Do you want to finish the sentence?
What's the Herb sentence?
She came here because we're all
a part of the Truman Show, and
Truman, this is all for you.
No,
the omen on this. Oh gosh,
I don't necessarily think I can answer that sentence because I feel like they're trying to mislead us.
Okay.
The same way as how you think that it's not Wanda.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously, I feel like this is the whole. It's Wanda. It's all Wanda. I feel like that's also misleading. Is it really? Does it compel me, Jay? Does it really?
Like a lot of vomit.
Like a lot of vomit. But so I feel like I can't answer Herb's question just yet.
All right.
But I do believe. I know Anthony was saying that he doesn't believe it's Wanda. I do believe it is Wanda, and I don't believe she's being controlled, but I think she's being influenced. Something happened to her,
like a devil on the shoulder kind of thing.
Yes. Something must have happened. I know, Miles. Something must have happened within the 3 weeks that between this takes place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something big for Wanda to like have go crazy.
Yeah.
And then something happened and somebody told her, hey, you know, you could do something to maybe bring back Vision. but you have to do these certain steps. She's like, I bet. She creates WandaVision. You know what I'm saying?
Can I throw my theory in?
Yes, you can, Joe.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I don't have the headphones on, so
We hear you. We hear you.
Okay, I think that she actually got pregnant after Vision died, and the heartbreak of like
That's
one,
Toby's theory
he's
too.
dead, and then her being pregnant and having to raise this baby alone. She went. Well, she didn't know it was babies.
Oh, that's right.
And then she went and created this whole universe, or town for her to like
live out her dream
with a happy family and a husband as Vision, and like she's just trying to protect her babies. Like I think that's what happened after Endgame.
Like that one.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Miles has been trying
Miles knows the answer.
Now, Miles,
he read the
what's your
spoilers.
theory?
He read the spoilers while you guys were
Miles
asleep.
read the spoilers. Miles was telling me the spoilers.
That's why he's trying to tell you the spoilers.
He's like, I know what happened. I know what happened.
Like, Dad, listen to me.
He knows Herb's. He knows the answer to Herb's question.
We're all moi.
Well, let's see. Well, finish the sentence, Tim.
I don't know. We're all. Yeah, I think he wants to say.
He had so much to say.
He wanted to say the devil went down to Georgia, but he
was looking
couldn't.
for a soul to steal.
Yeah,
When he
looking
came
for a soul
around.
to steal. So he was about to start singing and everything. But Agnes
Yeah,
is
it's
like,
gonna become
no,
a
no.
musical.
So that's where that was interesting to me because Herb, we see that he has an actual identity and Agnes doesn't. So if he was about to break character, he's thinking, Agnes is also, just like, yeah. So
Part of it.
Oh, holy cow! How did we miss that?
What?
Did we talk about the meter going off with Agnes?
The meter?
Oh, when she came on screen?
Yes, when she came on screen.
I noticed that.
And so do you guys remember in the second episode where Wanda goes like that to check Vision to see what's up with him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, no, I'm talking about Wanda at the end of the magic show to get the gum out of him, right?
Oh, yeah.
To get it out,
okay.
yeah.
So when she first sees Vision, she goes, "Oh, hi," and she goes like that. When we see it from Darcy's perspective, when she goes like that, one of the computer goes as if almost detecting something happening. No,
you don't think it's like just supposed to be like music effects? No,
because it's not from the TV; it's from the computer.
And there's another part when I think Wanda's doing magic, and it does the same kind of sound.
Oh.
So she could be checking. She's like, maybe Vision. Let's see how Vision's doing, bro.
Yeah.
I did not pick that up. All right.
Evan Peters is one of the babies. I'm calling it.
You think Evan Peters is one of the babies?
She's gonna have her own brother.
Well, he's her own brother in the X-Men show, in the movies. Okay,
We're getting into the multiverse now. I mean, we already got people from Spider-Man.
I mean, we already have Chris Evans is already the Human Torch and Cap, so I guess it's possible.
Chris Evans' deal. You don't even know this. Chris Evans' deal. He signed on for Human Torch again.
There we go. There it is.
It's not confirmed that Evan Peters is in this, right? It's just been rumored.
It's not confirmed. It's just
no. It was just we saw it on the IMDb.
I think with James Spader.
Yeah.
If he were to come in, and it's gonna be some meme, I'm gonna say, like I bet, like they're gonna be like, hot, it's Quicksilver. Get it?
Oh, what if it's the Halloween episode? He dresses up.
Oh,
that'd be
okay,
hilarious.
But I would still be okay with that because it's a nod.
That would be hilarious if it's Evan Peters dressed as the OG Quicksilver.
Just like walking down the street and they meet him.
Wanda was popping.
Listening to Sweet Dreams.
That Halloween episode's gonna have so many Easter eggs with costumes.
You already see their costumes from the OG.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
But like just the people around.
Which, funny enough,
shit.
I guess I don't even want to say it because, I guess it's. I'm not gonna say it.
Where are we at now?
Well, I still haven't given my thoughts.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying what
you gotta jump in, man. You gotta.
I'm waiting for you
like
guys.
That Disney Channel original with the jump rope. Jump in.
Yeah. Herb just.
No, you're done. You're done. You had your time.
We're all part of it.
Go ahead, Thomas.
She came here because we're all trapped. So it's because we're all trapped.
It's a trap.
It's a trap, right? Nobody can come in, nobody can come out, right? It's like Willy Wonka type beat. So the reason
All towns hard to escape.
I think the hexagon and the beekeeper, right? I've since the first episode, which by this point, if you're listening, you probably are interested. Episode 1, where we break down episode 1 and 2 of WandaVision, is streamable only. We're not putting this on the channel. It's too far into all this now. I mentioned how the beekeeper and the queen bee and the drones each have a part when it comes to the beehive, right?
Right.
The purpose of the beekeeper is to make the queen bee feel like she is in control. It's the only way that she'll reproduce. It's the only way that she'll actually give honey, which the beekeeper feeds off of, right? We're seeing right now what I truly believe is Wanda trapped. And she's choosing to be trapped with all these people because this is the only way she has her vision. Yes, in that moment when she has that reality, right? When she knocks Monica, when she knocks Monica out and she brings back a little bit of her reality, she sees Vision as he really is.
Yeah.
And then she immediately goes back into that trap by looking at him and seeing how he is in this fake reality. And then he tells her, we can go away. And she's like, through tearful eyes, saying, no, this is our home. We're here.
I have everything under control.
Yeah, I have everything under control. Like a queen bee thinks that they do when this fake hive is formed, where her job is like, she's in charge of this, right? But who's really in charge? The beekeeper. So I think this episode was to show us, tying it back to Vision's tie, we're only seeing one side of the outside, which is Sword. The other side, which remember I mentioned we don't know yet, could be Mephisto, or it could be someone else.
Could be Hydra.
It could just be Agnes, or it can be Hydra. That's the beekeeper. That's the beekeeper who's in charge of this hive that Wanda is the queen for. I don't think they're going to make Wanda the villain. She has so much. She's gone through so much. How do you give her that redeeming arc in just Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness? How do you give her such a redeeming arc if she's the villain now? If they want to make her the Jean Grey, like the whole point of Dark Phoenix storyline is that Jean Grey has to die. I don't want Wanda after all of this to die.
I didn't want Quicksilver. I didn't want Quicksilver to die either, but you know, that was one film, one and done.
Yeah,
exactly. So, like, this is like going back to Vision's last episode, talking about William Shakespeare, right? William Shakespeare only had 2 types of plays. He had the comedies and the tragedies. A comedy always ended with a wedding. And there's a reason why this show is starting with a wedding, because it's not a comedy, it's a tragedy. And I think because of that, this is only going to get worse. This is only going to get worse for Wanda. But I doubt that they're making her the villain. She's the reason why this multiverse is going to happen, but they can't make her the villain. She can't be the next Thanos. I can't see that.
I don't necessarily think she's going to be the next Thanos, but it wouldn't be crazy to say that, because to make her the villain doesn't necessarily mean she's gonna have to, snap half the universe away. But to make her the villain, she could be like a misunderstood villain. She could be like, maybe because of what she's trying to get back, she thinks she's redeeming herself, but in doing so messes up the rest of the multiverse. But I do want to say, with what you referenced with Jean Grey, wouldn't it be sick and twisted if, like, let's say she does die in WandaVision, like at the end of WandaVision?
Not a TV show, bro.
Wouldn't it be sick if Vision did it? Like kind of like how Wolverine kills Jean Grey.
It was Vision who kills Wanda.
And he's just like,
Pet Cemetery. Pet Cemetery.
Wait. What would he do?
Pet Cemetery. Pet Cemetery. That's what I'm saying right now. This is like the end of Pet Cemetery.
And then they play the Ramones.
He embraces the zombie.
Wanda is a weapon right now, so we need to.
Can we also talk about how sentient Vision is becoming? Sword. Like that last bit when he's like, she's like, "What do you want to watch tonight?" And he's just like,
"Something's up."
And then it goes to
this shit crazy.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
you
yeah.
also notice at the end he's not staring at the TV?
Yeah, I noticed that a lot. I actually did.
Oh,
notice
is
that
he
one.
not?
No,
Yeah, he's
at
like
the
kind
end
of
when they
confused.
sit down, like when they sit down, if you look closely at his eyes, he's
I was
almost
just
as if he's
listening to
looking
Jimi
for
Hendrix, bro.
It looks like he's
so-
looking for help because he's like, he looks over here, he looks over here, and then when they both look forward, Wanda looks at where the TV would be, and he looks up past,
Yeah.
almost as if he's looking at us like
send help,
bruh,
please.
bruh,
I don't want to be
help
here.
me out.
Okay.
And then it goes, wow, 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 wow,
right.
Which makes me, I mean, it makes sense with what we saw in the trailer, where like Vision starts to question everything. Like I wouldn't
Okay.
see it be crazy if he tries to escape.
This is the one I've been waiting for. Let me
this is
tell
all
you. Let me tell you why I feel like she's being controlled. Have you read the lyrics to Voodoo Child?
Yes.
What do they say, Thomas?
Oh wait, that she's being controlled. Okay, then I'm reading the wrong lyrics. So the one I'm looking about is like cutting a mountain and
Yeah.
What do voodoo,
river.
when you think of voodoo, what do you think of?
See what
Voodoo Mama Juju. That's what I think.
that's what I was thinking. I was
Voodoo
thinking
Mama Juju.
What typically happens during voodoo though? Like when you make a voodoo doll, what typically happens with voodoo?
You give some to get some.
When I personally read the
Are you talking about
lyrics,
the Sweet Time lyric?
I'm talking about just the lyrics in general.
All right.
That's a good one though. I didn't mean to take up your sweet time. I'll give it right back to you one of these days.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
These 9 episodes.
one of
better
these
be worth
days is it now? Let's see. Let's see. If I don't meet you no more in this world, then I'll meet you on the next one.
See you on the other side of the war.
And don't be late. Don't be late. I don't take no for an answer.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah,
a
that's
key
one
lyric in
super
there. When I thought of Voodoo Child and just voodoo in general, the first thing that came to mind for me always
Voodoo Mama
is,
Juju.
Yeah.
I always think of just overall the concept of voodoo and what people do with voodoo. Obviously, the voodoo doll is something to kind of control someone to get something or just torture them or whatever.
Yeah, it depends on the person.
You trying
Yeah.
to say Wanda's a voodoo doll?
I'm trying to say Wanda's a voodoo doll. I think she's being controlled.
Bro, I hope they
By
play
someone
Master
higher.
of Puppets the next episode.
That would be dope. I would be all for that. I think I'd start a mini mosh pit in my freaking front room, and my dad would look at me like, "Go to bed." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Oh,
But-
hey, Mar. I actually have something for Mar.
For Mar?
Yeah,
From
for
Z?
Mar. Yeah, for Mar. Can she hear me?
She hears you.
Hey, Mar.
Hello?
Wouldn't it be crazy if Evan Peters turns out to be Ralph?
Ralph?
Ooh.
Ralph?
Ralph Macchio?
Is it set in the 80s?
What?
Murder House?
Ralph?
Ralph.
From
No,
AHS?
Ralph. No,
Who the fuck's
Ralph.
Ralph?
Agnes's husband
Oh. Oh, husband Ralph.
that we have yet to see.
Oh.
But has been
Husband
mentioned.
Ralph.
That's
That
good.
has been mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's
So he's the
Kate in
devil.
Murder House.
So I'm just saying, Voodoo
Ralph.
Child. I mean, when I read the lyrics, I'll chop it with the edge of my hand. I will stand up next to a mountain. I'll chop you with the edge of my hand. I will pick up the pieces and make an island. The island
There you go.
being Westview.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. It could be nothing.
No, they
I mean,
picked
I
those
lost my
songs.
shit
They
when-
picked those songs for a reason.
I
Oh, they
lost
do.
my shit. I thought you guys would too, but I lost my shit when I heard Voodoo Child and then
Hey,
started
hey,
getting into
shout
it.
out
I like
Voodoo
Jimi
Chili.
Hendrix. I didn't mind it. Okay.
If
Jimi Hendrix, and that was the. But when I heard the song Into Detail, I was like, oh.
If it weren't for Daydream Believer, I would think that this is something specific. But they had
Yeah.
Daydream Believer as well, and I was like, all right, so we're
Voodoo
going
Chili.
with the idea that like it's a fake world, someone created it. Okay,
Mm.
cool. When are you gonna tell me more?
What are you gonna
It's-
do?
It's just the music's
All
gonna
right,
tell
well,
you.
I'll
That's
shut up
it.
for the rest of the podcast.
But yeah,
We're done.
I think that's
Just
it.
kidding.
We're done
That's
with this
it.
podcast. It's almost been 2 hours, peeps. Like we had a bunch of other topics to get to, but we spent like an hour just on Sword, so we're done.
I don't know why you would. We need to dedicate a whole 2 hours to WandaVision. There's
The
so much
WandaVision.
to dissect.
It
Yeah.
was
We
literally
didn't,
25
we didn't really
minute
even touch on all the
episode.
Easter eggs, like Captain Marvel's voice being heard in the very beginning.
Yes, Lieutenant Trouble. Darcy's watch is a hidden Mickey. It's
Oh, I
Mickey
didn't see
Mouse
that.
watch. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be cool when there's like a live audience and they'll be like, "Yo, did you catch this one? Did you catch this one?" There
You know what we didn't? We know what we didn't ask.
Hmm.
Who's Jimmy Woo's missing person?
Exactly. Yeah. It's not Wanda. It's not who was it at first. And
What do you-
it's a he.
Remember, Jimmy Woo's on the hunt, or he's looking for somebody who went
missing person.
missing.
Oh yeah.
Who's he there looking for?
Because
Whose associates don't remember who
Yeah.
he is?
Mhm. No one's heard of him. That's
Flash.
probably who Ralph is. I'm
Evan
gonna
Peters?
say
It's Evan Peters. It's Evan Peters. It's Evan Peters. It's Evan Peters. They're looking
Evan
for him.
Peters.
All are
confirmed.
getting missing.
He comes in.
It's James Spader.
No, it's Evan Peters. It's
Oh.
Evan
I
Peters.
think you mean
versus
David
James
Spader.
Ultron?
Then she's gonna hear Ultron's voice and go, "Hey, Ultron, I know you."
Oh wait, shit, wait.
What if
I
there's
forgot
one
Ultron's still in
last-
the.
Yeah, what if there's one last Ultron that's been
Ultron never
on
died,
all
and they kind of
this?
confirmed that in the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, which is
There are no strings on me,
That's true.
and that's
what?
why he can't be
What do you
controlled
mean?
by this world.
There's an Ultron bot in the Collector's
That
Collection in the
says-
Guardians of the
Mhm.
Galaxy ride, and that's canon.
And he talks.
And he
Damn
talks. It's not
it.
James Spader, which I was
Yeah.
disappointed, but he talks.
There
Yeah.
are no
There are strings on me.
on me.
What if that's what he says in this? And he's like,
There are
he
no
saves
strings on me.
Wanda,
I
dude.
was tangled in this.
And it makes sense because puppets and Wanda's a puppet.
Master.
Yeah, there you go. Master Puppets next episode. All right. Thank you all so much for watching another insanely deep dive into WandaVision. Yeah, we had a bunch of topics like Snyder Cut, $130 movie Mother Box, but we'll talk about that in the next
I
episode.
mean, you could just throw that
So-
out real quick. That's something
There's
small.
There's a $130 Mother Box where it's like Wonderland at home, where you can like make your
March
own
18th,
meal.
2021, Snyder
Yeah,
Cut.
March 18th, Snyder Cut. That's awesome.
Yes.
And the next week is Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll talk about the rest of these topics.
That's next week.
The next episode, which is going to be
Not next week, the week after
live.
Snyder Cut.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gosh,
That's
guys,
gonna
I'm
be
just trying- I'm
exciting.
just trying to wrap this up for you.
Wrap it up.
This is next episode is live. Make sure that you check it out. So make sure you get the notification. Remember, 5
notice.
p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Gentlemen, any sign-offs? Anything you want to say?
Stay safe
Uh,
out there. Wash your hands. Social distance. We'll get
Buy
through
me a
this.
coffee.
Buy me a coffee. There we go. Let's plug. Buy me a coffee.
Buy me a coffee.
Dot
Buy
Starbucks.
our shirts if we
TLEV
have
Media.
any left.
Yes.
Seattle's our
Uh,
SC.
let
There
us
are no
know.
strings on
Let
me.
us know if you want more podcasts like these,
Yes.
because we can do one just solely WandaVision. We can do
We
one.
can do one
solely-
solely on Sword.
That's
Just
all
one
this
on
is.
Sword.
We did
But
a
if you
whole
want-
hour of
If you
sword.
want an actual podcast about other stuff that's not WandaVision, you let us know. We'll figure it out, man.
That's very easy.
You saw how long we
All
went.
right.
Let's go.
Yes,
baby.
there we go. All right, Mr. E, Josue, Miss E, Joe,
Puppy
Baby
Caliente.
Miles, Tony, and of course, I've been Thomas. Thank you all so much for watching and for listening. And we'll see you next week with another WandaVision deep dive. Bye.
There are no strings on me.
Oh gosh. That was
By the
so
way,
good.